Starting this off with a Dragon Ravine, discarding the Absorrouter, send from the deck to the graveyard. So if you had a monster on the field here and they had a Bestial, this came up in a duel I was watching Gia with, you could banish the Absorrouter on the discard for cost before it activates, and it doesn't activate. So they think they're lucky that they opened it up, but it actually made them susceptible to a card like DD Crow or a Bestial, again, if they had a monster on the field against Bestial. Black Metal grabbing the Red Eyes Darkness Metal, ending our turn, and just like that, we have a monster negate that you cannot chain to. It's untargetable for monster effects. We also have the Hieratic Seal, which is non-target, spin a card back to the hand. Back to the hand, not the deck, right? Yes, back to the hand. Now, with that, let's go. Now, Lunalight Fusion is going to be able to use the deck if your opponent has a monster from the extra deck. If your opponent controls a monster from the extra deck, you could use a Lunalight from your deck or extra deck as fusion material. We are using the extra deck. We're sending 3 to make a Leo Dancer. It was about 2 years ago I made a Lunalight deck video, and I completely forgot what the deck does. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects, so it cannot be negated by Borland, but this is a non-target spin back. What else? This card can make a second attack during each battle phase. At the end of the damage step, if this card attacked a monster, you can destroy all special summon monsters your opponent controls, but the Borland could not be destroyed by card effect. So what do? Martin is going to be activating. We're triggering the regain, reborning the Baldrake from the graveyard. Baldrake can now tribute a monster to then banish a newly summoned monster. We have the Serenade. We're going to be used. Target a Lunalight in the graveyard, special summon it from the grave. We got our Fox. We're going to be using the Perfume, banishing to then discard to then add a Chick from the deck to our hand. Normal summoning the Chick. We're going to activate the Hieratic Seal right now, spinning back the Fusion back in the extra deck to then trigger the effect to summon a Druid Swarm. Now, if you summon a monster from the extra deck, the Baldrake could banish it and then also trigger the Druid Swarm to send another special summon monster to the graveyard, which there is none. The Tiger King is still activating to set up a Tenki, right? Yep, we got Fire Formation Tenki to search our deck for a Beast Warrior. Grabbing our Black Sheep, we already used up our normal summon. Setting up a Pendulum Scale, we have Tiger, which could reborn a monster from the graveyard. And then the Chick's going to be sending a monster from the deck to the graveyard. It is negated. We have Black Sheep discarding to grab from the graveyard a Lunalight Wolf. Now we have the Martin returning back the Tiger, so it is activatable again. Grabbing Triple Tactics talent to take control of the Borland potentially, or draw 2. We are going to be negating the Martin before you take control, just so we could reborn a monster from the graveyard. Borland not activatable on the opponent's side because they don't even have a rocket in the graveyard to get negating with. We're going to then be making Dugaris. Draw 2, discard. Yes, we're drawing 2, discarding a Max C. Setting up Lunalight Tiger again, which is not a hard once per turn, reborning from the graveyard to then make a Pentastag, which will give piercing battle damage to a monster behind it, but we don't have Borland behind it, which could have attacked every monster in the field. We're going to use Forbidden Droplet to send our Tenki to the graveyard to get negating. Huh? Okay, sure. And then what? What are we doing here? Lunalight Wolf is going to be banishing from the graveyard a fusion summon into the Lunalight Leo Dancer. Right behind the Pentastag, it does have double attack. Regain's going to return back the banished card back in the deck to draw 1. Is something big about to happen here? Battle phase. Piercing battle damage, 1500. At the end of the damage step, we are going to be destroying the other monster, attacking again directly for 3500, and then lethal damage for 35 with the stolen Borland Dragon. I could not believe it. Lunalight, 1-turn kill against Dragon Link, turn 1 Hieratic Seal in Borland. What a great duel. After losing game 1, we're choosing to go first again against a turn 2 OTK deck. Let's speed this up. And we did search for our Baldrake. So we have Link during the opponent's turn, we have spin back a card non-target, and we have negate a monster, negate any card on the field, plus banish a card in their graveyard. It's kind of a disruption. Let's see. Forbidden Droplet. Send 2, negate 2, negating Hot Red Dragon and the Borland. We just have send a card back plus Link. We are grabbing a Lunalight Tiger here. We have Serenade Dance, which is going to special summon a Lunalight from the deck, which will trigger the regain to reborn our Magna Hut, which will activate to search for a dragon during the end phase. We're also going to chain Link into Apollo USA. Triple negate. Triple monster negate plus spin a card back. We have Lunalight Martin, which unfortunately is a dark, thus it's getting banished by the Baldrake. Goodbye Martin, as it attempted to return back to Lunalight to summon itself from the grave. We're going to resummon our Chick, send another Martin from the deck to the grave, but it is a hard once per turn. We're going to be reborning the Martin with the Tiger, and then be making Time Thief Redoer. Time Thief Redoer, okay. We're going to be banishing the Redoer. We're going to detach Martin by card effect, which could then activate to add a Lunalight spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. We're going to Apollo USA negate that ability to even do that, and then it gets banished, and thus the card is not sent to the graveyard by card effect, so it does not trigger. Grabbing Black Metal during the end phase, and I think this is over for Lunalight. Yeah. Let's go into game 3. Lunalight choosing to go second. As we said, it's a one-turn kill deck. It wants to go second. Let's go. Huh? Hold up. We did nothing because we had nothing. What could we do? Really, what could we do? Nothing we could do. If Almirage was a lighter dark, we could summon Almirage, Gravity Controller into the graveyard, banish, but we have nothing like that, really. Let's go. We have Tanky going to be negated by the Ash, which now the Thrust is activatable, which can only set a back row card, and it will not be activatable unless we wait for a Bestial Summon. Then the Thrust is going to be good. So you might as well wait on the Thrust because whatever you grab is not going to be usable. And now it will be. So we're going to get Thrust in. Are we taking control of a Bestial? Bestials do counter Lunalight. Activate the Magna Hut. We're going to use Perfume to discard the Chick, and it is going to be adding a Tiger, which could reborn monsters from the graveyard. Tiger activating. Bestial again. This is very annoying. We have Baldrake, which will then tribute a monster to banish a newly summoned monster from the extra deck. How do we play around it? We're going to get Thrust in. Do we take control of Baldrake? It's kind of awkward to do that. We're going to draw 2 instead. We could also Kaiju. Enemy Controller. This is interesting. It could help us one-turn kill as we contribute then take control. Bro, the Baldrake will banish your Raider's Knight, right? Shouldn't we have Kaiju'd first? Well, there it goes. We have Tiger. Reborn from the graveyard. Chick, come forth. Chick's in a monster, or from the deck or extra deck to the graveyard. We have Panther Dancer, then damn. Well, that's the end of our turn. Were we locked out of summoning our Kaiju? Were we locked into Lunalight summoning only? Is there something I could investigate here to make sense of this duel that just happened? Let's see. If we type in Lunalight and cannot special, no, there's nothing of Lunalight that then says you cannot special other cards. So what the heck happened? All right, Dragon Link's gonna get popping off. We have Romulus searching for the field spell. Enemy Controller going to just be able to change the battle position of a monster here. Sorry, we're still recovering from being sick, but I'm not sick. We're going to be banishing for Wyvern Burster, sending the Cyframe Driver, summoning our Meteor Dragon, linking this off into the Pisty. Pisty's going to be making a baby with who? We need another monster. We're not making a baby whatsoever. We have 8,500 damage. We're going in onto a back row card, not making access code Talker to wipe it out first. Ain't no way. What is going on here? Now down to 2,000 life. Giving Lunalight another turn while they have a face-up Tiger. Are we going to at least deal with the Tiger? Triple Burst Dragon, which will be making that baby of the Pisty, reborn from the graveyard. Our Tracer, link this off into the Borland Dragon. We're going to then synchro into the Chaos Ruler, popping off in main phase 2 like crazy. We are going to be grabbing our Wyvern Burster, mill the top 5 cards of our deck, adding light or dark among the 5. This is the thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is people surrender so early and the duels end so early that when you finally get into a grind game, a lot of players don't really know what to do or how to respond. I did my main card combo. You didn't surrender. Why is this duel still going on? We have Hot Red Dragon Archfiend ready to negate any card in the field. We got Masquerena ready to link off during the opponent's turn. Now back to you. Can we break this? We do have a Kaiju, a Droplet, Tiger Kid Reborn from the graveyard. Goodbye to the Masquerena, which will then trigger the effect of the Regain to Reborn our Magna Hut. We have Martin returning back our Tiger summoning, which we could not have summoned the Bystials because they didn't control monster, but now you do control monster, so we can banish the card you're trying to reborn. The Bystials just really screwed over Lunalight. It's a surprise that Lunalight was even able to take a Game 1 victory with all these Bystials. Return back into the deck. We have Droplet, Sentenki, and because we didn't send a monster, the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend will be able to negate the Droplet. Rip the Droplet, not that it was really going to be leading into any big plays here. Unfortunately, Bystial is what defeated Lunalight. Let's hop on another duel. Armed Dragon Buster Blader. Now, by banishing the Destruction Sword early, we now can't use the Prologue effect in the graveyard, which is quick effect, banish from the grave, and then fuse. So that's going to be good against that. Borload. Wait, am I mixing up the Prologue with something else? Let me double check here. Prologue, send from the deck, special summon. You can banish this card from the graveyard. No, that's the other card that you're able to do that with. Okay. But maybe he was afraid that he was going to discard the other trap that then does fuse to the grave. We have Borload Savage Dragon, set up with a negate, Baron to floor with another negate. We got Corridor, which will set up a Thunder Dragon Colossus. And we're going to read the Destruction Swords min at the end phase if it's still there. Colossus, now you can't add cards in the deck to the hand. We're going to pop with the Baron to floor. Is it good to pop? Because it does make you protected from cards like Impermanence and even evenly matched potentially. Now, is Protector Whelp actually doing anything? Can send a Destruction Sword, okay. If at the end of your battle phase you could do something, it looks like it does nothing. Let's go. Prologue is activating and we are surrendering right then and there. Armed Dragon, setting up a massive wombo combo play, drawing into our semi-limited chaos space, but we can't even use it because of the Colossus. Let's hop on another. Now, Libromancer is known for mixing with other decks. It rarely ever will you see a pure Libromancer deck, but he bricked turn 1, so probably it is pure. You have Stake Your Soul, reveal a fire, summon a fire from the deck. Jiaolong is here. We could reveal double fire. To grab any Vanquish Soul from the deck to our hand, grabbing our Caesar Valius. We got Raisin searching for the Borger. We could have lethal damage here. Daruma flipping the whole field face down, though, stopping any potential lethal play. We have Ash, Diddy Crow, Nibiru. Nibiru only tributes face-up monsters, so our face downs are safe. We're going to attempt to negate the Diviner, finger the Ash with the Call by the Grave, chain Diddy Crow. Why? Are we banishing Daruma? I don't know. Okay, but we did. Daruma has now been banished by the Diddy Crow. We're just activating cards wild. We wild. Sending out Arclight. Arclight will search for a ritual monster or spell, grabbing the Illusion of Chaos. Chaos Space, we're going to draw 2 cards. We're not looking at that hand, but that Nibiru is ready. We have Libromancer, Fire, Special Summoning. We're at summon number 2. Grabbing a Geek Boy. Geek Boy is going to be revealing the Illusion of Chaos. We're on summon number 3. Grabbing an Origin Story. We're now going to follow up Origin Story to set up with another appearance. We could activate it, get searching. We activate it on the other turn. This is pure Libromancer. We are thrusting Preparation of Rites to our hand. We are Preparation of Writing into our hand a Fire Burst in the deck. Baron to negate that Nibiru. Is Libromancer actually going to win this? Yes. Special summoning our Agent. We're on summon 5, but Baron to floor will negate. Agent is going to be adding back the Fire, which we could have Diddy Crowed there, I guess. We're going to be adding our Magician's Soul, returning back the Illusion of Chaos. Come forth and summon, sending the Illusion from the deck. We're now going to be linking this off into a Cross Sheet. Cross Sheep ability, if we ritual under it, does what? Draw 2. We get to draw 2, then discard 2 cards. Draw 2, discard plus boost up the field because we had a synchro. We're going to be ritual summoning with the hand to summon Fire Burst. Bursting onto the field at 3,500 attack, setting up a Libromancer intervention. We have 12,000 damage on the field. Baron to floor, negate that Nibiru. I do not think so. Now, Fire Burst, what does it do? It does something. This card can make up to 2 attacks on the monsters during each battle phase. We're attacking directly for 3,800, taking out the set monster, open field, lethal damage, pure Libromancer, defeating Vanquish Soul. It did brick on turn 1, but was still able to come back and win the entire duel. Very well done. Daruma was the MVP, I'd say. All right. When do we Ash against Vanquish Soul? I think the community is split on it. You could Ash a Stake Your Soul, but maybe it's bait. You could Ash the Raisin. Maybe you want to Ash the Jiaolong instead, since it could search for any card potentially. But Vanquish Soul is just going to brick with an Ash in the hand. The Vanquish Soul Dust Devil's not even activatable. How did we Small World into not Raisin? I'm pretty sure Small World with literally every card in the deck gives you Raisin. I don't understand this. What the heck? We banished a Kurikara and a Jiaolong. We didn't get a Raisin somehow. Something went wrong. Because I did the Small World math, and every card is able to get Small Worlded into a Raisin, from what I saw. Even a Kurikara, I think, if I remember correctly, I could bring that up on the screen. But Libromancer is Libromancer. What the heck is this? 800 direct attack and pass? Oh my gosh. There we go. We got Stake Your Soul, which we know he bricked. So this is a good Ash here. Negate the summon of the Raisin. This is a really sad duel. Can Libromancer please end this on the next turn? They have 0 disruption. Dust Devil is nothing. Real. The deck does nothing? Are you kidding? Just make a Verte, send for DPE at least. I thought that's how we were playing the deck back in the day, right? What the heck? This is trash. Now, we got something. We got Raisin destroying the column, return back the Raisin, summon the Borger. Borger revealed a burn for 1,500 damage here. Okay. We're now going to be linking this off into the Rock of the Vanquisher, which could summon from the hand or add from the graveyard back to our hand. We're going to be negating the summon from the hand. No summon for you. Is it even worth it to summon the Caesar Valius? We now have the Dust Devil activatable. Dust Devil could flip 1 monster face down, 2 if we summon a Raisin. Raisin could search a Fire, and then we could destroy the column of monsters. I should say search a Dark. Wait, it's not going to be activatable. It needs Fire and Dark. Well, we search a Fire, we return the Dark back to the hand, then Raisin could destroy the column, plus Dust Devil could flip the field face down. So we do have double disruption. Okay, summoning the Fire in the same column as the Borger. We could return back the Borger, summoning the Caesar Valius into a different column, activate Rock of the Vanquisher into the same column as the Fire, or the Geek Boy. Geek Boy should have been summoned in this column. We're going to flip down. If we chained Rock, then it would have flipped 2 cards face down instead of just 1. Does that matter? You could still ritual summon with a face down monster. Summoning the Raisin in the same column, search for the Fire as we said. We have Fire and Dark, wipe the column, and there goes our disruption. That's it. Origin Story, setting up another field spell activating to search for a Libromancer from the deck, grabbing our Fire Burst. We're going to ritual summon Tribrigating a Ben 10 for a Doom Broker. We have not used up our normal summon yet, so we can grab Diviner, then summon Diviner. 3,100 attack, setting up in our back row a trap. We got Intervention. Diviner sending from the deck. Extra deck, that is. Herald to grab an Illusion of Chaos. All right, here are the plays. Illusion add the Magician's Souls. Return back the Illusion of Chaos. Summon the Magician's Souls, sending the Illusion of Chaos. Could drop to 2 cards here. Activating Libromancer Realize, which is going to reveal a ritual monster in the hand to summon a level 7 token. We're going to ritual summon using that token to summon the Fire Burst onto the field. Fire Burst could declare 2 attacks on the 2 monsters. We're going to be discarding, tributing 2 to draw 2. To battle we go. Fire Burst can attack into the rock, but then cannot attack again. So we lost our 2 attacks onto monsters, but we have lethal damage with 7,000 damage to the face. Double damage lethal with the Fire Burst. Okay. Any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled, and double attack onto monsters each battle phase. Very well done. Okay, good job. Libromancer, the 2-0 victory, knocking out a Vanquish Soul player. Maxi, thwarted by the Ash Blossom negate. You will not be drawn per special summon. I do not think so. What are we going in with the Rescue Cat? Back in my day, I would summon double Air Bellum, summon my Foul Troll, Synchron's level 9, reborn a monster from the graveyard, normal summon DD Dark Soul, X-Saber Dark Soul. There is the Air Bellum, by the way. We have Natura Beast able to negate spells infinitely. That's it. What do you do? Well, use Exceed Summon using the hand. Using Pretty Memory to go into the Beauty. Beauty will be negating the Beast. Thus, okay, we're going to wait for you to attempt to negate. Then we're going to negate. You negate. Negate. And then we have the My Friend Purrely. What are we revealing? 2 Delicious and a 3rd card. 66% chance to grab that Delicious. 1, 2. Can't show the 3rd, but we still got Delicious, so it's like we weren't even nerfed. Keep on milling cards even though we're negated. That's okay. Discard a card, make the Natura Beast indestructible by battle, summoning our Lily. Lily guaranteed adding our Leap. Leap could return Purrely's back into the deck if we used up too many. That's our 2nd and final Purrely. That's it. We don't have another Purrely. Adding our Sleepy, we're going to be exceeding with the graveyard, making our Plump. Now, what do here? We're going to be sending Purrely to equip the Natura Beast. We're going to equip 2 cards in the graveyard, activate Sleepy to equip onto the Plump. Now we're going to have 5 material. X Purrely Happiness? No. Swing for 17 and 16. We got X Purrely Nor with 6 materials, which is going to be able to spin 3 cards on the field and our graveyard back in the deck. This is actually an X-Saber deck. What the heck is going on? Herald of the Abyss, sending the X Purrely Nor to the graveyard, or I should say, forcing the opponent to send their own X Purrely Nor to the graveyard. Thus, the My Friend Purrely does not trigger. It's not going to be adding cards in the graveyard back to the hand. Now we got the Kit. Kit is going to be, what did we do? Did we just negate Kit before it activated to banish from the graveyard? Yes, we did. So we have Kit activating, sending from the deck to the graveyard a Nerval, grabbing a Fractal. Not grabbing our Caress. No Caress. Okay. We got Almirage at nothing. We could suck up that Almirage. Come to me. Now at 4 material. Purrely Leap is just returning cards back in the deck, not adding to the turn. We're going to now be using the My Friend Purrely. I guess we had a Purrely to now reveal because we otherwise did not have one. We're going to be chaining to the Delicious Memory, becoming 5 material as we can now summon an X Purrely Nor. Lily going to be searching for a regular Purrely. We still have our normal summon. We're going to be making a Plump. We are now going to be getting even more Plump as we equip 2 cards in the graveyard, completely whiffing the top 3 card reveal. Sucking up 2, but not 5 material, but we have another 5 material anyway. Just like that, lethal damage, Purrely post-banless is good enough to beat X-Saber. Good news. Let's hop on another one. Quick fix, grabbing our Big Red, which could reborn a monster from the graveyard, which will be the master plan, and we're going to get hit with a big fat Max C, completely stopping our 30 summon play. Now, if any deck could deck out the opponent besides Dark World under a Max C, you would think Spyral could be one of those decks. Setting up a Pot of Avarice, not an impermanence, not a trap that's activatable, what the heck? Harpy Feather Duster, wiping up that back row. Now, Rescue could rescue a card in the graveyard during either player's turn. Purrely, reveal 3 randomly. Purrely, semi-limited. We are with the new ban list. We have the My Friend scooping this up. I'm out of here. You beat me with Max C. Huh? No play. Are we bricked? Anti-spell Fragrance. You cannot activate your Harpy Feather Duster unless you set it for a turn. We could chain our quick play spells before the anti-spell Fragrance goes into effect here. We are summoning our Lily from the deck and our semi-limited Purrely. Activating both, searching and revealing the top 3. Come to me. Did not whiff it. We got the Purrely Street or the My Friend Purrely. Then we could search for Purrely Leap or a regular Purrely that we could normal summon. Very well done. Lily equipping from the graveyard, happy memory. Again, we can't activate the My Friend Purrely, and we can't add any quick play spell we add, but we could swing it with happiness. We could still search. The anti-spell is putting in some good work against Purrely, actually. Let's go. Couldn't we have made Azalea send the anti-spell fragrance, right? You get to target any card in the field, destroy it. Yeah, maybe that would have been better than the Princess Sprite, is what I'm thinking, unless you want a Zeus. Send the top card of the deck, otherwise if it's a spell or trap, add it to the hand. We are Downward Magicianing into the Zeus. Let's go. Zeus in the field also. Okay, now we're gonna follow up with My Friend Purrely, first using our Pot of P. Revealing just 3, come to me, Ash. Still have access to the Droll and Lockbird play to just completely stop them. We are grabbing our Street randomly. We're going to be returning back on the deck with the Purrely Leap. Activating the Street, special summon the Purrely, even with its semi-limited. Unfortunately, Spyral just bricked for game number 2. Got max seed for game 1. That's how it do. Let's hop in another match. It is the same. Wait, they won, right? They won? Yeah, they beat. They beat Vanquish Soul. Okay, this is round 2. We're gonna summon our Loki, and we're gonna get hit with the Max C. We got called by the grave to negate the Max C. And how's Libromancer gonna beat full power Rikka, essentially a plant Dragon Link deck? Let's go. Dryas is here, searching for our Sunbind Sowing. This is a really good Ash choke point. This is where I would be ashing. You have Impermanence, I would Imperm the Dryas. A lot of people are actually disagreeing with Imperming the Dryas. They said you should wait for the Jasmine. So, you know, I think either or could potentially be very good here. We got Healer, which is going to be healing, triggering the Jasmine to grab the Borea. Borea is going to equip a plant monster from the graveyard. Send the plant, grabbing the Disc Coliseum. Disc Coliseum is going to be grabbing our Therion. Regulus will be an Omni Negate, but we do need the Borea in the graveyard to summon it. There it is. Equip the Borea. Now we have the Negate Petal grabbing the Mood Dawn. We're going to be linking this off into another Jasmine. We're going to banish the Jasmine in the extra monster zone, resummoning the Healer, heal off the Dryas, trigger the Jasmine, searching for another plant. Very well done. Tributing, summoning our Mood Dawn, grabbing our Con, which will allow us to tribute over the opponent's monsters when we activate one of our effects. We got the Rikka sheet to sheet all over Libromancer. We have Melius Reborn, the Loki from the graveyard, linking this off into the Resurgent, which could spin back and affect monster back to the hand. Tributing for the Snowdrop, summoning another monster from the hand, triggering the Primula, summon onto the field. Strenna is here. We're going to make the field level 8, then make a Teardrop, which could tribute the opponent's monster. Teardrop is tributing our own monster. Okay. Strenna is going to be triggering to summon a monster negate. And then we are going to end our turn. So what did we accomplish here? Spin an effect monster, negate anything, tribute a monster, negate a monster, tribute a monster to take control of a monster, and we have Princess to negate a monster. We got about 6 disruptions. What do? Let's go. Evenly match. Gets negated by Regulus. And then you know we have evenly match for game 2. So let's just surrender. Let's not reveal that extra information. Maybe we got something. Again, I thought the deck is supposed to summon Verte into DPE. Got Geek Boy. Reveal Ritual. Okay, this works. It works, but Ash then negates. Ain't no way. That was going to be searching for the Ritual spell. Libromancer spell, which will give us the Ritual spell. Magician's Soul sending the Illusion of Chaos. As we now make a Masquerena. And we end our turn. Okay, the Sarvis is a hand trap. If you target my monster, we discard to negate. We have Max C, but we're holding on to it. He does have Called By for that Max C. Nightmare Unicorn. Discard the Sarvis. Spin back the Dryas. Okay. Ash is going to be negating the triple tactics talent. Call by the Grave is going to be negating the Ash Blossom. Then we should chain Maxi before he draws into an Ash. But you're negating Ash anyway, so he can't draw into an Ash and negate your Maxi. He could draw into another Call by the Grave. So we should have Maxi'd early. Negate. Now draw 2. Let's see where this goes. Did not draw in another called by. Borea's gonna be met with the Maxi. And very good. Sometimes that is the better play, I would say. Instead of shotgunning your Maxi, if you have another hand trap, see if they can negate that instead, then follow up with the Maxi. Which is exactly what we're seeing here. Borea equipping the Primula. Now we have a negated Ash, which is negated for the next turn also. Dis Coliseum grabbing the Regulus, but Borea needs to be in the graveyard, or we do have a Borea in the graveyard. Our third Borea in the grave. We do have an Omni Negate with that Therion. Goodbye to the Unicorn. 3,500 to the face. We have our Omni Negate. Can we even play through this? Even though we resolved our Maxi, we only got to draw 2 cards off of it. We can't even trigger the Regulus to negate something to then follow up with a Thrust. This is not good. Setting her Ash. What the heck? Shouldn't we set Geek Boy? Hold on to Ash? You know, but then Regulus will be able to negate, sending the Borea into the back row. Oh boy. Libromancer was able to make it around 2. I'm proud of you. That's more than many could say. But was still not able to lethal. Okay, 3,500 to the face. We need a Ritual Monster to pop off a Libromancer. Okay, that's it. Preparation of Rites, add a Ritual Monster, negate, but then we have Thrust into Talent, into draw 2. Let's go. We got this. The Libromancer comeback is real. Oh, another Preparation of Rites. Sure. But not another TTT. Preparation of Rites. It's ideal that we have a ritual spell in the graveyard to add back to the hand in addition to adding the monster from the deck. We don't have that. Libromancer is going to be searching for a Libromancer spell, but gets negated by the Impermanence, and that's the end of Libromancer. Damn. I gotta look at some Libromancer decks on the website. What is the way to play this deck? Geek Boy being the most popular, being played in Synchrons. Wait, Vanquish Soul? Someone's playing in Vanquish Soul? Interesting. Okay, is the most popular way Verte? It is not. That was just back in the day. Okay. Oh, wait. Mathmech is being played in the deck? Well, it is a Cyburst deck. Libromancer Fire, Geek Boy, searchable at Signet Mining, which is now semi-limited. What the heck? Let's go.